To our next story, we're looking at Tel Aviv, Israel, where sirens are blaring again as alerts are on for incoming missiles and or drones. This has been going on, of course, many times, night after night, day after day, in the days since this war began. And don't forget, Israel isn't just fighting Iran right now, as Chris pointed out at the top of the show. It's also fighting Hezbollah in Lebanon. The Iran-backed terrorist group launched a missile barrage at Israel last week in retaliation for the killing of Iran's supreme leader. I am joined now on Israel's fight by Israeli ambassador to the United Nations, Danon. Ambassador, great to have you. So, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu addressed the Iranian people in English today, saying, in the coming days, we will create the conditions for you to grasp your identity. Is he hoping, what are you hoping that they will do?
Thank you for having me, Elizabeth. For 47 years, the Iranian regime oppressed the Iranian people. You know, no women's rights, no rights to minorities, and the funds, instead of investing them for the people, they took it to the proxies. I think what we are seeing now, the joint operation of Israel and the US, is creating the conditions for the Iranian people to rise up, to finally, you know, take the streets and make sure that they actually control the future.
But Ambassador, how are they going to do that? They're not armed, they're being bombed daily, and the regime, with all the men with the guns, they're still in control.
Well, the regime today is not the regime that was there 10 days ago. And every day that passes, we see that, you know, we are dismantling the regime assets. They have less control of what's happening. And they are desperate, you know, they're panicked. You know, the fact that they are attacking countries like Cyprus and Turkey and the Gulf countries, and now they are threatening to put mines in the Strait of Hormuz, it all shows that they are desperate. So the Iranian people, they have capabilities, they are brave people, and I believe that their time is coming sooner than later.
As you know, the bombing of Tehran remains intense and relentless. One resident in Tehran there told the New York Times, if they keep hitting Tehran like this for another 10 days, nothing will remain. At some point, does the bombing, especially the bombing of oil facilities, begin to backfire?
Well, you know, we have a lot of targets, and we focus on military assets. You know, we have thousands of targets. You know, the regime, command centers, the IRGC, strongholds. So, you know, we are not targeting civilian facilities. We are not targeting civilians for sure. So, yes, we will continue to target this regime. And I think the people of Iran, they look up in the sky, they see the aircraft of the US and Israel, and they understand that, you know, something is happening, and they will be part of it.
President Trump was reportedly very unhappy with Israel's bombing of those oil facilities. He's worried that Iranians would begin to rally against Israel and the U.S.
So let's be clear about that, Elizabeth. It was a specific attack on a specific depot of oil that was used for the drones and the ballistic missiles. We had the intel, and we targeted this specific location. We haven't decided yet to attack the refineries or the entire infrastructure of oil in Iran. If we decide to do that, it will look very different.
The regime went on state TV in Iran and threatened Iranians that any protesters would be seen as agents of Israel and would be shot dead right there, shoot to kill orders. Are you seeing any signs, despite that really incredibly scary threat, are you seeing any signs that the regime is weakened in its grip on power?
Absolutely. You know, we know for a fact that they have less control of the situation. Their lines of communications are not functioning, and they are panicked. So yes, they will continue to threaten. By the way, they actually committed the massacre a few weeks ago, you know, shooting civilians, tens of thousands. So I agree with you that it's not going to be easy for people to go to the streets again. But I think once they will see the opportunity and the weakness of the regime, they will understand it's one in a lifetime opportunity for them to build a better future for their children and grandchildren.
Again, not an easy thing to do when you have no arms. and there is no organization, at least at this point. We will see what happens. Ambassador Danny Danon, thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.